Hello there. So this is a trade I entered it around 1 or 2 hours back, as you can see, right? So the reasoning behind why I entered this trade, right? So let's just go to the weekly first, right? As you can see, weekly is in a downtrend, right? So I wrote it down here, downtrend, right? And then we are bouncing off of this uh, supply or demand, whatever you call this thing, right? We are bouncing off that, right? In order to create that lower low or lower high, sorry, right? And then the daily, and for the daily, we are bearish, right? We are bearish, but it looks like we are creating a higher low. So how can we know that we are creating a higher low? We just need to go to the 4 hours, and if the 4 hours is bullish at this point right here, right? If the 4 hours is bullish, then we know this is a higher low. Because if this was to go down in its bearish trend, 4 hours shouldn't be changing trend in between. It should be bearish and it should continue heading down. But if 4 hours is bullish, then this is a higher low on the daily. Right? Same with the 4 hours to the 1 hour. Now let's go to the 4 hours and see what it's doing. Right? 4 hours is bearish till here, right? It broke. Now it's all bearish. But then what happened here, right? It created that lower high, and it was to create a lower low, the next lower low, right? It should continue going down, but it stopped here, just like how the daily did, right? So if it stopped here, let me just take you to the one hour to see what it's doing, right? See, if you can see here, right? This is this higher high, higher low, higher high. This is the pullback on the 4 hour bearish trend, right? If this was to pull back and this was the continuation of the trade, right? It broke, it gave us a lower high, and then it gave us a lower low, right? If this were to continue, it should keep building that bearish structure and break this indication or the lower low to give us that new lower low, right? But it did not give us that. What did it do instead, right? It just came to whatever in between. It did not break this. Buyers came into the market and pushed the price all the way up, breaking this lower high. Yeah, lower high, breaking this lower high, right? And then we pulled back, right? And on the 15-minute, I saw a shift to structure, and then we were going taking a bullish trend, right? Because essentially on the daily we have a higher low, 4 hour is shifting from bearish to bullish, 1 hour is shifting from bearish to bullish, everything is just going up, right? So that is the reason why I took this trade, and my stop loss is below this, because I thought when I was entering this, I thought price might pull back into this and then bounce off, right? And below this we also have a 4 hour SD zone, right? So if this ends up coming back all the way here, then we are essentially cooked in this trade. But hopefully it doesn't, because this gray zone right here is the weekly, right? Weekly SD zone. So hopefully that's enough to push the price all the way back up. And well, that's it for now. That's why I entered this trade. Everything just looks bullish, right? Everything is just bullish. Stop loss here below this, and take profit here, right? So let's just see how this plays out.